Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to the channel of upright men and women. Guys, as you all know, Sundays I take on this channel as a time to reflect. And today for me on this channel is a day of reflection. But first, let me state this. Today's video is not meant for everybody. Today's video is for the benefit of my top 1% of viewers and subscribers. Top 1%. And by that I mean, while I would love everybody of African descent to be strictly speaking, say out of my 45,000 plus viewers and subscribers, all of them were to see this video title, only about 700 will click on it if all of them were to see the thumbnail come up from the advisor. And out of that 700, only about 40 to 50 will watch till the end. So I have to be realistic and just state the fact that this video is meant for my top 1%. Or what mother call this is big people video. Now, what do I mean by big people video? I don't necessarily mean adult in the strictest sense. I mean people who can face truth, who cares about truth, who cares about facts, and for whom the truth should reign supreme. Not feelings, not wish, not hope, not trend, not faith. People who cares about what is real, what can be proven. Now guys, you know the difference between people who care about truth and people who don't? I'm gonna tell you. People who care about truth will never accept anything that anybody tell them until it has been totally proven. Not pretend to be proven, but proven. People who care about truth, they ask questions. They ask the tough questions because they want to be sure that whatever they hold on to is true. Because until you can face the truth, you can't be a big man or a big woman. That is why me say this video a big people something. Real big people do not lie to themselves. Big people are sincere. You see, little simple-minded people, they will support and defend any lie as long as it makes them feel good. Yes, we human beings, for the most part, do prefer the comfortable lie than the uncomfortable truth. But me just want the truth. So here is what. Now, I'm going to ask some tough questions. And for those of you who don't like tough questions, this is a time to leave. Because hypocrisy is not what we keep up around here, so. And you see some people, just when the truth joke them, and them wiggle and it joke them there, so, and them jiggle, what them do? They run. And as I said, if you are not big people but can face reality, you can go over to keeping it real, because although it is reality, it is truth that you can accept over that. So this way and this channel is truth where you cannot accept. Alright? So let me go into it. The other day we had a hurricane in Jamaica. And these are questions that are puzzling me. I want some God-fearing people to answer me. Answer me. The hurricane came, it blew down house, it wrecked lives, it killed a lot of people. Right now, hundreds of thousands of people in Jamaica are undergoing the most stressful, the most traumatic, the most destructive times of their entire lives. Wrecked lives, degradation, hunger, malnutrition, possible outbreak of disease soon, living out a door under the clear blue sky and under the moon at night, open up to the element, is what a lot of Jamaicans are going through right now. Now, who do we see offering help? The dancehall artists. Even old Zungumel like Vibes Cartel. People like Buju Banton. And my blue hair girl, Spice. As a matter of fact, as far as I'm concerned, all the reggae artists from across the world have been pumping in millions upon millions of US dollars in charitable contributions to the people of this country. Who on don't see or offer help? Well, apart from two little care packet, the church, and where the church get the goods from charitable organizations. I know the church are going to them own a pocket and take out nothing because the church don't produce nothing. In fact, rarely on this earth has the church ever contribute anything to a country's or a society's economy. Because, as I say, they produce nothing. So, let's go back to the storm. If you are a believer, then you know that your God is the creator of all things. He does all things. So, it stands to reason from that angle that a God bring the hurricane. Because, let us face it, nothing on the face of this earth can happen unless God wants it to happen. Because if things can get out of control, then him are not God. So, just like how, according to Christians, a God bring famine, a God bring earthquake, drought, storm, whatever, a God bring the hurricane. We can't exempt that out of it. So, God bring him hurricane, destroy people's lives, bring on poverty, famine, death, destruction, and untold agony on people. And did God drop any manna or anything from sky to help the people? No. Are the old reggae artists them, the dancehall artists, the people where the church them cuts every day? How them are wicked, them are evil, them are this and them are that. And they are the ones who are tripping in to bring back some sort of value, some kind of hope into people's lives. So, the God bring him storm, do all of that damage, and man come and try fix it out of the goodness of them heart. In fact, I watched a video of a person who went to a pastor on TV and asked him plainly, listen, we don't see the church I do nothing to help the people them. What is it? How come a dancehall artist mostly we see I do these things? The pastor turned to her and said, listen, the church get damaged too. My residents get damaged too. Right now we need help too. In other words, the clergy, members of the clergy need help right now too. So him come a henker forget some of the goodies that the old dancehall artists them where them condemn and cuss every day and say them music as Satan music. Him now a run to them for help. But here is what I have to ask. And this is the tough question. When God a blow him storm, him never sort out, him never remember say you I him church that for save for your church roof. No. Him just F you up, just like how him F up every other normal somebody, not even own church. Him give one flying fork about. That makes sense? Make that make sense? And when him done blow off your church roof and mess up your rectory and your church hall and blow off the roof of all of your most devoted parishioners, ironically, you too are run come to look for the old people who make their money from Satan music to help you. Why you never ask your God for drop like a manna to make some thousands of dollars appear under your pillar? Your loving God fucked you up totally, and a man you are turned to come help you. Why not ask your God to help you? Didn't you pray for him to spare your church? Didn't all your congregation pray? pray for that God to spare your church. Did him listen? I'm quite sure all of you prayed. But again, I ask, did your God listen? No, he faulted you up just like how he faulted up everybody else. But I know this same pastor is going to go in him church and see one Bible that remain dry out of all of the destruction will happen and everything else get wet up and destroyed. And I'm going to take up the one Bible and say, see, God is good, miracle, him save one of the Bible. And please do not say I'm mocking God. I'm not mocking God. I'm mocking you. You are the one with the messed up brain and believing in nonsense. Now, another tough question to ask. Maybe I have about 25 million questions to ask because I'm confused. But here's another one. The same God that wrecked your lives, who did not batter your eyelash when you were praying to him to save your church or save you from danger and destruction, is that same God you pray to now for help and expect him to help when he was the one he must have a reason to destroy you in the first place. And now that you're praying, pray for the storm, him not answer you, you pray to him to help now. Him don't answer you and you run to the people with them devil money. Make that make sense? When I ask Christians these questions, what they do? They run. Now, let me tell you guys something about reality. You see, when a person is lying to you, or trying to con you, or flim-flam you, they tell you something, but don't want you to question it. Because once you question certain things, if it's lie, it will fall apart. Over the past 50 or 60 years, or not as much as 50, but 60, but over the past 50 odd years, I have been calling on Christians to answer some basic simple questions, and what they do, they run. Think about it for a moment. If a man is selling you a car and the car not good, and you start questioning him too much about the car, what you think him do? He's going to be very dismissive. Because if you tell him say the brake is good and the so and so is happening and the man going to say, alright, the buyer, the prospective buyer going to say, alright, let me test the brakes. And if you know say the brakes don't good, what you going to do? Try get him to no go there. Try divert the issue. If you know say the light's not working, you're going to try enough dissuade him from turn on the lights and check. If the battery not good, whatever's in the car that is not good, and you know him when test it, if you ask him and question him and go there, he does not, the seller will not want you to investigate it. Because they know if you investigate it, the lies, the truth will reveal itself. Well, it's the same thing with Christianity. Deep down, Christians know. Me, I tell you, say, they know that it's nonsense. Every single Christian know that it's nonsense. But why do they stick with it? I'll tell you why. Them want to see them dead mother again. Oh, where's that? There we go. Them want everlasting life. Because the white man did tell them, say them are going to get everlasting life. And in order to have that hope in the back of their minds, they are willing to satisfy with that comfortable lie. Don't examine it, just accept the comfortable lie and ignore every single thing that's pointing in the opposite direction. Because you see, Christianity is the opiate of the society. Me no care if I true, me just want to feel good. And when me think this way, it make me feel good. Me rather the comfortable lie than the uncomfortable truth. They will not examine their tenet closely. Because even before you examine it closely, you just know say this no make no sense. So they know that is the reason why they don't come up and try to debate me for nothing. Because they know that they will be exposed. I have always challenged any Christian, anytime, any day, throughout my entire life, and so far as only one Christian has ever come and actually try, I don't say succeeded, but tried to give some explanation as to the veracity of their beliefs. Zagazi, big up yourself. You may attack Zagazi. You're the only one. You left me more confused, but at least you did come forward. Big up yourself, Zaga. Now, I will end with one final question. And think about it. Think about it. When the white man come from Africa and did that thief on the way and carry no down in the Caribbean for work as slaves for make him rich. Riches that they are still enjoying to this blessing, where that their descendants are enjoying today. What was it, along with whips, what did they bring on the boats coming from Africa? Pastors. Yes, there were priests and pastors on every single slave ship were left out of Africa. No, I go further. It was worse than that. In the holding area, the holding cell in Ghana and Togo and along the Gold Coast, where they were taking the slaves from. You know what was attached to the holding area? A church, a chapel. Your indoctrination into Christianity began on the very day that you reach the holding area, not even before you travel to the Caribbean. Now, the belief amongst these slavers was this. A black man is 1/3 the value of a white man. That means that in terms of your brain power, your physical power and everything, you are 1/3 of a white man. Now, if the white man have a God that him intend to serve and to go to heaven with, why would a white man try to save your soul so you can go heaven with him, you lowly beast of burden? Why would the white man want you in heaven? Why would he want to save your soul? Why does he even think you have a soul? The fact is simple. Now, I want you to think about that. Think about that and make it make sense. I know you won't if you're a believer, but I just had to say it. The fact is that religion, Christianity in particular, is a tool of oppression. That's all it is, a tool of oppression. It keeps you docile. Because remember that in the same Bible, the same God that he's giving you, say plainly, slaves, obey your master. Give him in the same level of reverence as you would give to me. And you must obey even the cruel ones. Serve him just like how you would serve me. That's what the God where you worship say. Me wants to spin that for me. Now, that is just some food for thoughts on this Sunday. Thanks for watching. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to see you in my next video.